8 projects in today's video. Let's not waste time, starting with number 1. Oh, $119 for this frame? No way. Let's make it for under 5. We're gonna head to the crafts room and grab one of these Dollar Tree blank wooden signs. I'll push down the edges and pull out the frame. I'll take off all the attachments on the back, and we'll sand it and clean it off with a painting knife. Then I'll get a Dollar Tree gold frame and take off the back, and then we'll use it to measure the opening we're gonna need for the frame. I love gold with this pattern more than the wooden frame. If you like the wooden frame style of this one, you can get a brownish frame instead. They also sell that at the Dollar Tree, but gold really complements this pattern. After measuring out the opening we're gonna need for the frame, I took the crafts knife and went over the lines a few times to cut off the rectangle. I kept going over the lines with a crafts knife until I was able to push it out. I gave it a quick sanding, then painted it in black. Using painter's tape, I will lay down a piece of painter's tape and measure with another piece. This is a 1-inch painter's tape, and let me tell you, I have used so many, but this one is the best of them all. It never takes off the paint and it doesn't bleed through. I'll leave the link in the comments. I laid it horizontally until I covered the frame. Then I did the same exact thing vertically to create the checkered pattern. And with a sponge, I painted all squares in white. Once it dried, I took off the tape. I did the same exact steps, but this time covering the wide squares we just painted. Then with the hot glue gun, I glued the top piece of the gold frame. Then I decided I want to add gold dots where the squares meet. This is absolutely optional, but I just love how it looks with the gold dots. I am so in love with this frame. You can use it horizontally or vertically or any way you want. And the best thing about it, that it's only for $2.50. This letter looks amazing, but not for $149. Also, I do love other patterns from the same brand, so I decided to do one inspired with this, but in their diamond pattern. You can always use the painter's tape for the checkered one or a stencil to do the checkered pattern, but for me, I love to make different styles. I got the wooden letter from Michaels for $3.49 with a discount code. I got my diamond stencil and painted it in black. I did the bottom, then I completed the top. Now that my letter is dry, I will brush the sides with gold. Such an easy DIY, takes less than 5 minutes and just under $5. Turned out absolutely beautiful. For this project, also inspired by the checkered pattern, but with a new idea using Dollar Tree products. I used a black hardcover book from the Dollar Tree, and with the painter's tape we'll create the checkered pattern. We will lay down one piece of painter's tape and measure with the other. Then we'll do the same exact thing vertically. Now it is ready to be painted, and we will paint this in white. After it dried, I did the same exact steps, but this time covering the wide squares we just painted. After it dried, I painted the binder in black. I want to add gold dots where the squares meet. And put a dollar store picture frame with the hot glue gun. Now with the glue, I'm gonna cover the frame and brush down the glue on it. I'll add gold leaf to make it pop. I must have told you a million times now how much I love gold with this pattern. So once it dried, I brushed off all the excess gold leaf. Then I tied gold ribbon through the book. And with wider ribbon, I made a bow. I tied it up with the gold ribbon and hot glued it. Looks amazing with our new set of checkered decor. These candles are gorgeous, but not for that price. Let's head to the Dollar Tree and get black candles for $1.25. I had leftover gold vinyl and will cut it into thin strips. Then with a hole puncher that was also from the Dollar Tree, I'll cut a lot of circles. We're gonna use both to wrap around the candles. I measured the bottom with a piece of painter's tape to lay on the first strip. Then we'll measure with another gold strip and I will keep adding them until I have 3 on the bottom. Then I'll add the gold vinyl dots, and again measure 3 more and add dots. We will keep repeating the pattern until we finish the whole candle. It's not the same exact one, but I'm in love with it. You can always play around with designs, colors to match your decor. And don't forget, it's only for $1.25. For this project, I got an apple from the Dollar Tree, and this one is inspired by this $49 pumpkin. But it's summertime and I made an apple instead of the pumpkin. I painted the apple in white with a sponge. Once it dried, I got a Q-tip and gold and black paint. I will use each side of the tip to make gold and black dots all around the apple. Then I covered the stem in gold and also added gold leaf. Another amazing addition to our set and for only $1.25. This is another DIY project and inspired by the same line. I got a bottle from the dollar store and painted it in black with a sponge. Then using my diamond stencil, I will paint the pattern in gold. Then with a sponge, I tapped the gold paint on the edges. I got this wooden cross from the dollar store and took off the light on the back and painted it all in black. I attached the cork for the bottle and the cross on the top with the hot glue gun. Then I took a piece of tulle. I got this also from the Dollar Tree and I wrapped it around the bottle top with glue and I kept adding glue and wrapping it. Then I painted it in black. Then I added gold leaf. Once it dried, I brushed off the excess and wrapped gold ribbon around the top of the bottle. And it turned out stunning. Of course, I love these coasters, but my wallet hates them. So we're gonna head to the craft room and make the coasters for just under 5. They're not gonna be the exact same ones since I'm not a big fan of the brown edges, but they're gonna be so similar. I got these wooden coasters from Amazon for $1.25 each. So it's the same price if you find something similar in the dollar store. I'll paint them in white. Then I'll lay down half-inch painter's tape to make my pattern. I will stick one piece and measure with another. I'll keep doing that until I cover the coasters. Then I'll do the same exact thing horizontally. I'll paint it in black, and once it was dry, I'll lay down the same pattern using painter's tape, but this time across the squares we have just painted. And then we will paint them in black again. And once it dried, I took off the tape. I added gold dots where the squares meet, and again, this is optional, but it takes the coasters to another level. I brushed off some gold on the bark edges and added gold leaf. I did that on 2, and the other 2 coasters I made were half gold leaf and half checkered, to make a set of 4, 2 of each pattern. Once everything was dry, I brushed off the excess gold leaf with a soft brush. And these coasters look gorgeous. This is one of the easiest DIYs. I got a black hardcover book from the dollar store and my favorite diamond stencil and painted the pattern in gold. I'll leave the link in the comments for this stencil. I use it a lot. And I just can't get enough of this color combo. I wrapped red ribbons through the book. Then added a wooden letter using hot glue gun. And that was it. I love how it turned out.